How's it going, everybody? I hope you're having a fantastic day. I have to ask the question that I just can't seem to find the answer to, but is there anything in the game that can compete with summon skills or is even remotely or slightly stronger than summon skills? Because I basically, through my 2 to 250 hours-ish of gameplay, I haven't found anything yet that can really compete with summon skills, or at least the damage output and just how powerful they can be. And I know they're very OP and they're very powerful, but I don't think melee or any kind of class that's a melee reliant class has really any hope to compete with the damage that a summon does. Now I know there's the top end gear and the top end armor and stuff, and the best of the best, and I've been told and heard if you get some of those you can kind of compete, and kind of go toe-to-toe a little bit, or at least not be as irrelevant as a lot of other melee classes. But when you got summons and, like, I don't know, when Rune Fencer gets them, and then Lord can have them, and then we got another Rune Fencer here and a Rune Fencer here, and then, obviously our favorite class in the game, Princess, has access to summons, and, we have the Patriarch, Matriarch that gets access to summons. There's so many classes that get access to summons. It's kind of like, it kind of blows my mind that so many get access to it for it being so strong. You would think only a handful or a couple. There's like 6, 7, 8 classes that get access to summons, which is, in my mind, almost too much. And I think that kind of inflates the power of summons as well. The more classes you have with summons, just the better. And I was trying to think of some melee classes that can do similar damage, and of course a Dragoon can, but that's only going to be against beasts or dragons with the proper skills equipped and some of the best gear. Obviously Dragoons can just multiply damage like nobody's business, but Berserker, I've been experimenting with them, and they can do okay, but they can't do nowhere near what a summon can do. But they can do pretty decent group AoE damage with Berserk in that. And then, I don't really have any other melee classes. Warrior ain't gonna do it. Knight ain't gonna do it. Any of the melee beast classes or dragons aren't gonna do that. They're never really known for damage to begin with. So I just want to ask you guys, what melee classes in general do you think can even compete with the summons damage output, or even just be in the ballpark? High end, what's the most damage melee can do? High end, late game, because I'm very curious, because I would like to experiment with it myself, and I just need to kind of find out what works with it. And I just want to say that, summons, once you get access to them, it's like you don't really want to use anything else. You don't really feel like anything else is worthwhile because they are so good. It's almost like you gotta limit yourself and say, I can't use summon spells in order to, create any kind of challenge for the game, because they break a lot of the game, in my opinion. I feel like summons break a lot of fights once you get them. They really do. And I don't just mean break, I mean just make the fights trivial, make them so easy, so simple. It's not until, you start getting them used against you where it kind of comes back to normal a little bit, but even then, just nothing too crazy. So let me know what you guys think. What melee classes are really good for damage? We're coming up on Coda content. What works well? I would really like to know what can compete with summons, or is it true that nothing can? Because in my opinion, so far, I have found nothing that can match the damage potential or the power of summon magic. So yeah, that's what I got for you. So thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate it. I love all the support these videos still get. I know they've pretty much all but fallen off, but for those of you that still stick around, I really appreciate you coming in, commenting, and taking the time out of your day to watch them. Made over 150 videos for almost 6 months straight, daily, on Tactics Ogre Reborn. It's getting harder and harder to make content, but I'm going to keep trying because I know a good amount of you still want it. So thank you again, and I hope to see you in the next one. Until then, later guys. Peace out. Have a good one.